Welcome to 9 Mile Swamp. We've got a great program for you tonight. We've got a bunch of old Wambler songs for you, so we'll be thinking about the guys. We're going to start out with a song that was arranged by Steve Curlinger, Buck Dilly, Steve Friedman, and myself. And Steve Friedman contributed a lot of the chord changes to this. And then we're going to move right into a song by Buck Dilly, Unusual Moon. I hope there are a couple Bucks fans out there tonight. I tried to put a post up on the Bucks site so that some of you come out and hear Unusual Moon. And then we're going to follow that up with a song called No One Man. And then we'll take it from there. And we also have Trilogy on the list tonight. So I know there are a couple people who've been wanting to hear that. So welcome. Take off your shoes. Have a glass of wine. Sit back. Relax. This is a guitar night. And we'll be hearing more about guitars and harmonicas from John Steinbeck in a while too. Over the mountain. Yeah. And out on the plains, there is a country girl I just found out her name. This can't be wrong, 'cause this melody is coming on so strong, so strong. Her voice is like a summer breeze that's blowing through my hair. Though I've only seen her once, I hear it everywhere. And I know I'll be hearing it everywhere I go, where I go. Taught me has brought about a change. I sang it on the mountaintop against the driving rain, unless I'm wrong. Well, the sun came out to hear this song, to hear this song. The song she has taught me has brought about a change. I sang it on the mountaintop against the driving rain, unless I'm wrong. Well, the sun came out to hear this song, to hear this song. Saw an unusual moon the night I wrote this song right now. It made me think of you, the words that fell from me like tears. Believe it or not, I heard the church bells ringing down the street. Peculiar little melody reminds me of the place where you live. What is or not, I heard the church bells ringing down the street. Peculiar little melody reminds me of the place where we live. What is wrong with us, Dad? I cannot tell you that I love you. What is wrong with us, Dad? I cannot tell you that I love you. But you know I do. What is wrong with us, Dad? I cannot tell you that I love you. What is wrong with us, Dad? I cannot tell you that I love you. But you know I do. I saw an unusual moon the night I wrote this song down. It made me think of you, the words that fell from me like these. Believe it or not, I heard the wind song ringing down the street. Peculiar little melody reminds me of the place where we live. What is wrong with us, that I cannot tell you that I love you? What is wrong with us, that I cannot tell you that I love you? But you know I do. It's called No One Man. Been out running by myself. It's just for fun, and I'm alone with no one else. It's December, snow rises with the breeze. I remember to mark my way back to you. I've got nowhere I wanna go. I'm just moving slow, alone, I'm all alone. There's no one that I really need to know. No one that I really need to know. When I was young, I dreamed of being free. Now it's all done. I'm running in the trees, but I wonder about children born today, if they'll ever understand my way. I've got nowhere I wanna go. I'm just moving slow, alone, I'm all alone. There's no one that I really need to know. No one that I really need must leave this day behind. Where I go, I bring peace of mind. I've got nowhere I want to go. I'm just moving slow. All alone, I'm all alone. There's no one man I really need to know. 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 That was a lot of without a break. So let's take a short break, and I want to read a little passage from John Steinbeck. And John Steinbeck is one of my favorite writers, and I love to see that he is taught in the classroom. And I'll tell you that almost wasn't the case for a while. That a lot of people wanted to remove John Steinbeck from the high school curriculum, or some people did, because they claimed the lexile level was too low, that the vocabulary in it was on a lower scale than certain other things, like, say, an instruction manual, for example, would have a higher lexile score. And one of the reasons why John Steinbeck had a lower lexile score is because a lot of his characters spoke in dialect and in simple English, and he spoke in simple English. But imagine this: in order to read John Steinbeck, you have to be able to identify that it's a dialect and infer things about character from the simple language that people use and from the mistakes they make. So which one is more complicated? Republicans. They get into everything. They just like, oh.
Well, thanks for checking in with us, everybody. And I see some of our usual favorites out there. If you're listening and joining us, just drop us a line so we know you're there.
Okay. This is from the Grapes of Wrath. It's from chapter 23, for those of you who are Steinbeck fans. A harmonica is easy to carry. Take it out of your hip pocket, knock it against your palm to shake out the dirt and pocket fuzz and bits of tobacco. Now it's ready. You can do anything with a harmonica. Thin, reedy single note, or chords, or melody with rhythm chords. You can mold the music with curved hands, making it wail and cry like bagpipes, making it full and round like an organ, making it as sharp and bitter as the reed pipes of the hills. And you can play and put it back in your pocket. It is always with you, always in your pocket. And as you play, you learn new tricks, new ways to mold the tone with your hands, to pinch the tone with your lips. And no one teaches you. You feel around. Sometimes alone in the shade at noon, sometimes in the tent door after supper when the women are washing up. Your foot taps gently on the ground. Your eyebrows rise and fall in rhythm. And if you lose it or break it, why, it's no great loss. You can buy another for a quarter. A guitar is more precious. Must learn this thing. Fingers of the left hand must have callus caps. Thumb of the right hand, a horn of callus. Stretch the left hand fingers, stretch them like a spider's legs to get the hard pads on the frets. This was my father's box. Wasn't no bigger than a bug first time he given me a C chord. And when I learned as good as him, he hardly never played no more. Used to sit in the door and listen and tap his foot. I'm trying for a break, and he'd scowl mean till I get her, and then he'd settle back easy, and he'd nod. Play, he'd say. Play nice. It's a good box. See how the head is wore? There's many a million songs wore down that wood and scooped her out. Someday, she'll cave in like an egg. But you can't patch her, nor worry her, no way, or she'll lose tone. Play her in the evening. And May's a harmonica player in the next tent. Makes it pretty nice together. The fiddle is rare, hard to learn. No frets, no teacher. Just listen to an old man try to pick her up. Won't tell how to double, says it's a secret, but I watched. Here's how he done it. Shrill as a wind, fiddle, quick and nervous and shrill. She ain't much of a fiddle. Give $2 for her. Fellas says, they's fiddles 400 years old and they get mellow like whiskey. Says they'll cost $56,000. I don't know. Sounds like a lie. Harsh old bastard, ain't she? Want to dance? I'll rub up the bow with plenty of rosin. Man, then she'll squawk. Hear her a mile. These three in the evening. Harmonica, fiddle, and guitar. Playing a reel and tapping out the tune, and the big deep strings of the guitar beating like a heart, and the harmonica's sharp chords, and the skirl and squeal of the fiddle. People have to move close. They can't help it. Chicken reel now, and the feet tap, and the young lean buck takes 3 steps, and his arms hang limp. The square closes up, and the dancing starts. Feet on the bare ground, beating dull. Strike with your heels, hands round and swing. Hair falls down, and panting breaths. Lean to the side now. Look at that Texas boy. Long legs loose. Taps 4 times for every damn step.
I can't believe we didn't have a copy of that actual book in our house.
I know, but I'm sure I gave it to somebody.
Of all the books we have.
I have I actually had a copy of Grapes of Wrath going back to 35 years ago or so when I student taught. You know, all my lesson notes and things written in the margin of the book. I hope nobody gets that one. Cheryl, why don't you tell them about going to the website and buying an album? I'm going to do a quick too.
Sure. And I just want to tell you that Lynn mentioned that she can't believe that some of these songs are like 50 years old. So.
Hey. Why am I not getting
we
it?
sure do wish we had some of those great players still around. Stephen and Felix.
Well,
but anyway,
the good news is we live in an area that is crazy with players.
A lot of great players.
But you know, people still remember those guys, and I hear comments all the time. I mean, I don't think a week goes by when I don't hear something about Buck. And in the last couple of weeks, we've been talking a lot about our 40th anniversary of Save the Mountain. And Felix Drever, who played with me in those days, was very generous and gave a lot of his time to Save the Mountain and the record. So there's been a lot of talk about Felix lately. He played a beautiful song with a lady named Kit Potter, and Felix played it's a blues song, but Felix played it like a ragtime because he wrote many ragtime pieces in the Scott Joplin mode.
Yeah, speaking of great
we've been talking
musicians
about
around, we have Craig Ellis is listening, and
hey,
he
Craig.
also does a show on Tuesday nights on streetjelly.com at 7 o'clock. You can check that out. And he wanted me to do this.
Keep going.
Still do this?
Yeah.
Okay. We have our
Boys.
band, dogknowsband.com. That's dog Knows, just like that. And all of our CDs are for sale on there, and we pledge to match the price and then donate that money to local food pantries. So if you'd like to go online and purchase a CD or two, or direct other people to it, that'd be great. And so far we've donated $360.
That's
So
great.
we'd like to keep going with that.
Yep. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you buy a CD for $10, you mean $20 goes to a food bank?
Yes, that's
Is
good
that
math. Yes.
And you know, some of you might just want to give to food banks anyway. And as I always like to tell people, I have been told by food bank people that even though food is welcome, if you have food and you want to give it, please do. However, when you give money, they can get discounts on things. Supermarkets like to give them things cheap. So believe it or not, when you give money, the money goes farther than when you give food. So, but your food is still good too. Don't hold back on the food.
And Michael, these earrings that you say match the Gretsch. A friend of mine made them. Jane Bellamy made them with her friend.
One day as I walked by the pier, looking for a sign, I met a woman with a child and talked with her a time. Her husband was a sailing man who'd been too long at sea. She feared he'd met an icy death, and this she said to me: "Go away, go by your barren sea. Your orphan child and a widowed wife will wait too long for thee." I knitted him a woolen coat from the finest Highlander sheep. It kept him from the wintry wind, but not the icy deep. And over it a leather coat I made from the upland kind. It kept him from the Arctic wind, but not the icy brine. Go away, go by your barren sea. Your orphan child and a widowed wife will wait too long for thee. This lassie see upon my lap, a lady shall she be. She'll never been a sailing man whose true love is the sea. And when this tide let off her tail, it made me sad to know there's nothing for a poor Jack tar who one to sea must go. Go away, go by your barren sea. Your orphan child and your widowed wife will wait too long for thee. My name's Jerry Brown and I come from Mystic Town. I spent all my life chasing whales. In Mystic I was born, though I've been around before, where the cold wind can tear up a sail. The last trip we sailed, we ran into a gale. The ballast had shifted about, then a rock hit the side and the planks they opened wide. I thought that my time had run out, and we all sailed away in the wind and the spray, trusting God and the weather about. We haul on the sails as we follow the whales, with a taste of the salt in our mouths, a taste of the salt in our mouths. Well, our good ship went down and a good crew they drowned. I clung to a piece of the mast, and the night followed days, the days that passed away. I wondered how long I could last, and we all sailed away in the wind and the spray, trusting God and the weather about. We haul on the sails as we follow the whales, the taste of the salt in our mouths, the taste of the salt in our mouths. prayed for my Jenny girl. I prayed for my life. I prayed to be with her again, my own darling wife. I prayed for a miracle on the seventh day. I prayed to the darkness below, my soul I would trade. It was on the seventh night I saw the strangest light come over the sea from the south. It was shaped like a veil, Lord, it flew straight from hell. I remember the prayer from my mouth. They took me inside and they took me for a ride through the heavens, through hell and back again. Then they dropped me on the shore. I was safe at home once more. I ran to my sweet darling Jen, and we all celebrate in the wind and the spray, trusting God in the weather about. We haul on the sails as we follow the whales, with the taste of the salt in our mouths, the taste of the salt in our mouths. Well, I don't really know if I traded my soul for my life. My Jenny moved away and with her family stays. She won't be the devil's latest wife. And we all sail away in the wind and the spray, trusting God in the weather about. We haul on the sails as we follow the waves, with the taste of the salt in our mouths, the taste of the salt in our mouths. The sound of the seabird that hangs on the wind wakes me from a long rest. The smell of the salt upon the wind awakens the thrill in my breast. Your body on the crystalline beach, changing in form with the mold of my hand. My blood hammers all within, like the sounds of the waves on the sand. I've been gone these 7 years, lost in the sea here within, driven on the pulsating flood between the shore 7 years from port to port, with foreign tongues too thick to understand. Now I'm lying here upon the shore, in the warmth of your sun and your sand. Sweet words unspoken underneath the ocean's breeze, you can hear them in the water as they splash upon the beach. Being is a promise built upon the sand. Promise me the mystery, the warmth that's in your hand. Walking down along the shore, the water tugs at our knees. Jewels that glitter beneath the waves draw us into the sea. Weightless with the water's flood, wise as a dolphin that swims endlessly. How I long to repeat your name against all eternity, against the pulse of the sea.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Lynn says that's her favorite part of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Boy, does she miss Felix's piano. The Knowltons are on. Hi, Knowltons. Happy birthday, Ryan Knowlton.
All right. How old is Ryan?
Oh,
You gonna guess?
He's 31?
I know.
Is he 31?
Yeah, that sounds
Maybe?
about right.
30?
That sounds
No,
right.
31? I don't know. I know Karen was old last year when it was his birthday.
So.
And Don liked Jebba. He noticed right away.
All right. Yeah. Hi, Don. Glad to have you aboard tonight, Don. Speaking of sea songs.
And don't forget, if you're watching, listening, just drop us a line so we know you're there. It's great to hear from you. Oh, this one I have to know what I'm doing here. 3 harmonicas in this one. And there, we have other musician friends too who do live Facebook shows. If you want to catch Joe Giglio, great jazz guitarist, on Sunday afternoons at 2, and our good friend Margie Zintz, who actually lives just a few miles up the road from us. She plays a nice set, and she takes requests too. If there are songs she knows how to play that you would like to hear, and she plays on Mondays at around 4:30 or something like that. Yeah. So check out lots of other fine musicians around doing these live Facebook shows.
It's called Blame It On Me. But I cannot hear your voice above the mighty waters roar. We've walked this road for far too many dusty summer days, and though I hate to say it, babe, I must be on my way. And I'm going all alone, I will make it on my own. I got nothing to atone for, and there's nothing more to say. I'm sorry, but it's true that I must believe in you. You're gonna find someone to follow in another brighter day. And what can you say? You just can't see. You can't blame it on me. It's not that I'm ungrateful for the time you spent with me. I'm gonna miss you in the days and in the cold nights in between. And someday I'll come back to you nothing to atone for, and there's nothing more to say. I'm sorry, but it's true that I must believe in you. You're gonna find someone to follow in another brighter day. And what can you say? You just can't see. Who can you blame? Blame it on me. It's not that I'm ungrateful for the time you spent with me. I'm gonna miss you in the days and in the cold nights in between. And someday I'll come back to you, yeah, if you love me then. Just place a guard around your heart. I'm gonna break it once again. And I'm going all alone. I will make it on my own. I got nothing to atone for, and there's nothing more to say. I'm sorry, but it's true that I must believe in you. You're gonna find someone to follow in another brighter day. And what can you say? Just can't see. And you can't blame it on me.
Oh, that song is tricky. It's three different harmonicas.
Cheryl just learned that today, by the way. So. But here's a song she knows really well. We're going to close up with a song called I Hear My Name.
A different harmonica for that.
A different harmonica for that one, yeah. And this is a song that we, the Womblers, did when we first discovered that we enjoyed playing reggae music. So, of course, we had been a country rock band and a bluegrass band. So what else could you possibly do but take a bluegrass song and throw in a little bit of reggae beat into it, and or at least into one section of it? And that's where that started. I believe it was Dickie, our drummer, who was especially the reggae freak. But we all learned to love it. It was great music.
Yeah, thanks again for joining us. And we do this every Thursday, so if you're just checking in for the first time, you can always come back. Every Thursday, 7 o'clock.
Oops.
Rain or shine.
When I bought this guitar, I thought it was sharp. And I
It
was
is
right.
sharp. Sharp with that shirt.
That's a new tuning joke. Is that a new tuning joke? Joe, you out there? Because we know the world needs them. Okay. Oops, that's not right.
U1, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I don't like that at all. Okay, so
There you go.
and then we do that.
Okay.
And then we do that.
All these fancy
we do
things on the
that.
floor that you can't see.
And then we do that.
What is Brindle there?
And then we do that. I hear my name. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I hear my name come whispering through the trees. The night shines cold. I just can't sleep. The sky is clear, no clouds obscure the view. So strange to think I can't see you. The moon is shining bright here, going against the night, shining bright. It's shining on me. It moves across the skyway. Leaves me wondering why I spend my time so cold and lonely. My baby used to stay home every night. She'd keep me warm and treat me right. We'd talk of our tomorrows with a grin. And love would win. let them go. When luck is out, no time will go. Sweet evergreen that grows the whole year long, I track you down, you can't be wrong. But the night is deep and cold, and I hope I can hold to this dream. It keeps me going, the wind calls through the trees, in old woman's voice to me, so it seems, all loves keep growing. Shines gold, I just can't see. The sky is clear, no clouds obscure you. So strange you think I can't see you. Now I think I see that it wasn't meant to be. It's okay, I just can't change it. If production left for an hour in my hand, unafraid, could I cage you? Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, it's been a pleasure playing for you tonight. Thank you so much for coming out to hear us. Oh, wait. Thank you so much for staying home to hear us.
Yes, that's more like it.
So that's the greeting of the times.
Yes, yes.
And we'll see you next Thursday with an all-new program of songs for you.
Yes. Thanks, friends. And when the vaccine comes out, make sure